Hello, in this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to install Custome Apache on an EC2 instance. First I have to log into SSH, so I've got to go ahead and open the Git bash. I'm in the directory that I have the key that I need to log into the server. So that is why I go and simply say ssh-die. I will put the name of the key. If your key is somewhere else, you can just simply go ahead and put the full path to where the file is. Since I created the Ubuntu instance on EC2, the username by default is Ubuntu. And I also need to access the server either using the DNS, public DNS, or IP version 4 public IP. Whichever you prefer, both will do the same thing. So I'll go ahead and just paste this one in. Hit enter. I'll log into the server. Now what I want to do is, since I want to organize myself, I will download all the necessary software for installing Custome Apache into one folder, and that folder, the one I'm going to use, is user local lib. It's not necessary to be there. You can put it anywhere else as long as you know how to organize yourself. There are a few commands that I'm going to use during this installation. I use wget to download the software off different websites. I use apt-get to install the Apache, install the module. I use tar to untar or uncompress the file. Configure the file, make the file, and make install. So these are the bunch of commands that I'm going to use to do this. The very first thing and important thing is, when you go to your instance, you got to make sure that you do sudo su. So you become the sudo in this case, or the administrator or admin, so you can run some of these commands. Next, I have to use the apt-get update to make sure my machine is up to date. And these are the steps that has to be done for the very first time when you want to install the Apache. Now that I've done this, I need some of the software that I need to install or build tools with C and C++ using GCC. So for that reason, I will run the apt-get install build essential. So this basically allows me to compile some of those codes that are coming for the custom installation. I'll press yes. Let's go ahead and update the server and install the tools that I need. Now what I'm going to do is, the list of the software, I actually found it before. It can be from anywhere as long as you have the latest version of the software you need. There are 4 pieces of software we need. We need the HTTP for Apache. We need APR-UTIL, and finally we need the PCRE. So I went to Apache website at this time, and I'm just looking at this. 2.4.28 is the latest version. So I'm going to get this version to be installed. Let me just close this. So since I'm in that folder, I will simply go ahead and run the command wget. Let me just go ahead. So I've got the URL. So this is the repository I'm getting the data. The one that is highlighted is the one that I'm going to use. Okay, and just go ahead and get this URL. So I copy the URL, and I will go to the git bash, run wget, and paste the URL. Should be okay. Let's try. Yes, it's downloading. So when I do ls, I should be able to see the HTTP 2.4.28 file in there. The next file I need is the APR, and for the APR, I need to install the 1.6.2. This is the current version I just got. So just go ahead and do wget and paste the software. So this is APR 1.6.2.tar.gz. So it's a compressed version. Let's just make sure the file is there. Yes, it is. Next, I need to install the APR-UTIL. I'm going to install the latest version of APR-UTIL 1.6.0. So if I can show you this, it's right in here, right? So this is the URL I want to copy. Let's close this one to not confuse myself. Then I go here and I do wget, and I just paste the URL that I copied from there. Get it? As you can see, is util. It's going ahead. Let's see if it's there. Yes, it is. There is one more software that I need, and that is PCR. For the PCR, the latest version is PCR-8.4.1. So that's the latest version. I'm going to copy this, close this one as well. wget, install the software, and then simply everything should be there. Now that I have all the software necessary to install the Apache, so I'm going to go one by one, uncompress the file, and then after I finish the uncompressing all the files, I'm going and install the software based on their order. And the last software that I'm going to install is the Apache itself. So let's go ahead and start. Let me just clear the screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the tar command and the different switches xvfz http, and simply I press tab to complete the file name. It's going to unzip the file. Let's make sure, yes, the purple color meaning this is unzipped already. So since all these files like the APR, APR-UTIL, and PCRE are part of files that I need or dependent module for the Apache, I'll go into the HTTP and extract them down. So let's do that. So let me go here, cd http source lib. So what I'm going to do is now those files that I need, I would just actually move them here. So I'll go ahead and do move APR 1.62 here. What did I do wrong here? Missing destination. Oh yes. Okay. Here you go. So I just missed the file, missed the dot, meaning on this copy it to the same directory. I'll go ahead one more time. APR-UTIL, and I will download it here. And the last one is MV PCR PCRE, and I'm going to move that one here as well. So all the necessary files are here. Let's go ahead and unzip them one by one. So I'll go again, tar xvfz APR 1.6.2. Let's just make sure everything is there. Yes. I would do tar xvfz APR-UTIL. Good. And then I would do another one, tar xvfz PCRE. So all the files are there. Perfect. So from now on, the steps are very similar. I have to move to each of those folders that I uncompress and run 3 commands. I have to run the configure, then I have to run the make file, and then make install. So configure looks for all the dependencies, the instruction for this software that I have to run to create a make file that can allow me to actually install the software. And finally, I will go with the make and install, which allows me to install the software. So let's go ahead with the APR first. So I'll go ahead to the APR. And then if I do ls-la right here, I should be able to see the configure file. Here is, do you see that? So that's the one I have to run. So I'll go ahead and I'll simply run .configure. Okay, so this will create the make file for me. So while it's looking for all the dependency and create the instructional file that can be used to install the software. So now that I have here, I have to simply go ahead and run make to create the make file or to find all the dependencies, right? So that's it. Now, right after this is ready to install. So in order to be able to install the software right after this, I just simply have to go and run make install. it should finish fast. Okay, very good. Clear the screen so we can see what is going on here. So now move to APR-UTIL, if you remember that. So I do dot dot one level up, and then go to source sleep, and then from there APR-UTIL. I'll do the same thing with one exception here. Let me just clear the screen. So what I have to do is I have to say where the APR configuration file is. So simply I will go and run this configure, and I can simply say this with dash APR is equal. Simply when you install the APR will be installed in the APR folder bin, and there is a file called APR-1-config, which has all the configuration required for the APR-UTIL to use. So I will go here, user local, and then APR, if I have APR, let me just check. Okay, let's run this. As I said, there is an exception in this case for the configure. We have to use dash dash with dash APR equal and the path to the configuration file that was created by the APR itself. Let me just clear the screen and show you the path first. So if I put it here, how can I do this now? Okay, I'm gonna paste it here. This is where the path is installed. So usr dash local slash local slash APR slash bin APR-1-config is the one that we need here. So now that I did this, I just simply do the make. Right after doing the make file will be created. So right after that again I can do make and install to install the application. Okay, we all look good. Let's go ahead. Clear. Let me see. Make install. Let's see what it says. No such file or directory. Let me just do this one more time. I have done. Most of the time when you miss a step, you might get some error as well. So you got to make sure you run it properly. So I'm going to run the configure one more time. Looks everything is okay here. I should be able to run the make. Let me see if I still get an error. Okay. Let me pause this and look into this, see what is wrong. So I just checked. I need to install another piece of software for XML because that was an issue with the XML. So I just use up-get install lib expart1-dev. Let's go ahead and install. Let's see if this fixes the issue. So I'll go ahead and I'll run the configure one more time with the APR. So this should be okay. Let's go ahead and do the make. This is where I used to get the error. See if I do get any more. Live in directory. Looks okay. Make install. Okay, make install. It's done. Okay, very good. So we need that software as well. So don't forget. If you get the issue I just got, you need this command up-get lib expart1-dev. That's it. That's the software you have to install. Okay. So now I have to go back, go to PCR, and do the same thing. So let me clear the screen. I just go ahead and run the configure here. Am I there? Yes. Configure. Okay. So while in the configure for the PCRE, I just have to say where to install the PCRE. So simply I will go ahead and add this command. So I'll say prefix. Prefix is specifying where to install this, right? So I'll go ahead and install this on user local PCRE folder. So I just say install the software there. So everything should be okay here. We're almost there. Let's run the make. Good to go. So I just pause this. It might take a little bit longer. Okay, this is good. Just clear the screen. Make install. We're almost there. Very nice. So now is the time to install the HTTPD. So let's go ahead and move to the main folder right here. So I have the configure file, right? Just clear the screen. Now we'll go ahead and run the configure, but I have to do a few things. First, I have to say where to install this. So I use the prefix. I'll say, okay, put it in user, local, create a folder called Apache2. So the installation will be there. I also need to say use the PCRE as well. So I will go ahead and say with, let me just go put 2, I believe, with PCRE equal USR local PCRE, and also I need to enable DSO for later on when we install the PHP. Let's see if this is okay. Looks okay. So it just creates the make file for me right now. I'll just go ahead and run the make, similar to what I done with the other ones. And only one command left for us to actually completely install Apache, Custome Apache. Let's see how much. Okay, I can pause this for now until. Okay, let's go ahead and do make install now. Just finish. Make install. Should be okay. So now what we have to do is we got to make sure that we start the Apache server. And remember, when you create the EC2 instance on Amazon, all the ports are closed except the SSH. So we got to open that port, which is by default port 80, unless we want to run the Apache on different port on the security setting or security groups, right? So which I'm going to do in a few seconds. So let me go ahead, and the Apache comes with some script that allows you to manage the Apache. So if you remember, we installed Apache on Apache 2 folder in USR local. So right in there is a folder called bin. I can go ahead and run Apache control, and I can do start or stop or restart. So I just go ahead and start. So Apache should run now. I go back to the interface on the Amazon, and as you can see, there is a security group here, which allows you to actually change the security group, right? So I'll go here. The one I create is this one. I named it so I can identify it soon. I go to the inbound section. Let me just bring this one up. I'll go to the inbound section. As you can see, only SSH is enabled. So I'll go ahead, go to the edit, add a new role. I want HTTP. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, it's port 80. Now, if I want to go ahead and add a different port than 80, I can simply go and get custom a TCP. And here it allows me to specify the port number. Like if you want an 800, 8080, or whatever port that you want to run Apache on, this is how you do it, right? So for now, I'm going to remove this. I just say yes. And if you remember, if I go back to the instance, there are 2 ways to access this instance, either by DNS. So let me try this. So go ahead, open this, and it should say it works. Yeah, it does. So I can go by DNS, or I can go by public IP. Just remember, some of you might make a mistake and use the private ID, which is IP, which is not going to work. So here you go. Both will go to the same place. That's all about installing and configuring the Apache on your EC2 instance. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you. Bye.